Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm Steve from Multi Electrical and I'm here to talk to you about downlights. I promise you I'm not going to bore you with unboxing videos. There's just literally, as you can see, so many to choose from. So what is it I want to talk about? So I want to talk about the main two downlights that I use, but there's only one I really use. But all of a sudden there's been a third type come out, which I'll discuss a bit later on in the video. Obviously, as a person that uses downlights and as an electrician, I always recommend the can type. So for me, it's a no-brainer when replacing downlights. But on the flip side, lots of electricians will not fit a can and a lamp. I'm not sure why that is, but I'd like to hear in the comments why you want to fit integrated over cans. Now, the benefits of the can are really obvious to someone like me in the trade. But believe it or not, there's a huge debate between electricians which is the best type. I'm going to go through the can type, which is my go-to, and the reasons why I use it. Just tell you a little bit about it and a few of the features. That said, the other type does have the similar features, but there's one main concern that puts me off using them. So anyway, so this is the can. It's fire rated, so it can go in your ceiling and it will prevent the spread of fire if there's a fire in the room below. Obviously it's made of metal, no fire can get through. The main benefit is this, which is a GU10 lamp. Now these can be bought in nearly every shop that you go into. You can probably even buy them in a petrol station, I don't know, but you'll certainly see them in your supermarkets. Now these bulbs come in different colours, so you can have warm white, cool white, daylight. Obviously there's lots of different variants depending on the brand. The other good thing about these is that you can get different brightnesses. I'm not going to go into a whole technical video, but as a customer, you can have white, brushed and polished chrome. Now I install these because once it's in your ceiling, when the lamp does fail, which it will fail at some point, you can replace that yourself. It's as easy as putting it in there, twisting it. That then clips into your downlight bezel, and that's what you'll see on your ceiling if that's the colour you choose. Now this is what I always recommend. The customer can replace the lamps themselves. They don't need an electrician, a handyman, or Dave from the pub that knows what he's doing to come and change it. So I always recommend these. Anyway, let's get on to the next type. This is the new range from Bell Lighting, and this is what we call an integrated downlight. And this may convince me to switch over, but who knows. Now the benefit of this is, I mean, look how thin it is. So if you've got a ceiling with a small void between the ceiling and the floor above, where a can wouldn't fit, this would be the ideal solution. Now I believe these will be fire rated, so these will be safe in the event of a fire. So it's very similar to the can, but the downside to this is you can't replace the bulbs yourself. Now why does that matter? Okay, so I've found in the past when downlights have failed that we go along and we can't get the exact same downlight. So we'll replace a downlight and it will look a little slightly different colour. It'll have a slightly different type of bezel on it. So I always try and fit cans and lamps. And I mean, looking at it, it's really impressive. I've also noticed that on the front, so instead of having to change the bulbs to change the colour, there is switches. And it ranges from 3K, which is like a warm white, and a 4K, which is like a cooler white. And then you've got 4 watt and 6 watt, so that'll adjust the brightness. So these actually look really, really good downlight. And I would be interested in fitting these. It comes with a quick connector. And again, inside there, plenty of room to get your grey twin and earth cable in, strip the sheath in and get your conductors in there. It works on a lever system, a bit like the other one, it's almost like a Wago. I've never fitted these, but I do intend to have a go at some point. And these might be my go-to integrated downlight if I ever need to use integrated, or if the customer would prefer integrated downlights. I'm not sure what the lifespan of these are, so I'm not sure if in 10 years time, if they last 10 years or 5 years, you'll still be able to get this absolute replica of this light. The same size hole, the same shade of light emitted, the same bezel. That said, people do argue that in 10 years time, 5 years time, people are renovating the kitchens or repainting and are quite happy to change the lights again. I'm not convinced, but that's the argument that we have. It'd be interesting to know what your thoughts are, and I'd love to know what your argument is for using the can or the argument for using integrated. So that's the main two types. But all of a sudden, from nowhere, came a third type. Along came Bell Lighting with their Stay Geo. This is a modular downlight. Now, in theory, this is going to be an in-between can with a replaceable bulb and an integrated light. So let's have a look. So that's the downlight. So it's got the appearance of an integrated. It's got a quick release type system. It's again plenty of room for your cables. It's on a lever system. Yeah, clicks in, clicks out. Perfect. It can be fire rated. It can be IP rated. So it can go in bathrooms. All in all, it looks a good little module. But what do we put inside that? Because obviously, that is not going to house a GU10 standard light where you can pick up from all shops pretty much. So what is it that this takes? So this is the Bell Lighting GeoMod sustainable module. So this is just something I've picked up from the wholesalers. I've not done a huge amount of research into it yet, but I was intrigued as I was going to make this video anyway. So what I'll do is I'll do another video on the Bell GeoMod, and I'll talk to Bell Lighting directly, hopefully, if they'll talk to me, and we'll discuss the benefits about this lamp. Now the idea is that it's more sustainable because this part, I believe, can be exchanged for a new one. So that does away with throwing away the GU10 lamp and buying a new one. So this one goes away and gets repaired, I believe. You've got the best of both worlds. The downside is you would not pick one of these up at Tesco's. These are not going to be as easy to get hold of. Sorry, Bell Lighting, but they're not. The GU10 is so simple to get hold of. So I will carry on using lamps and cans unless you guys can explain to me a better reason for using the integrated than the ones I already know. So if you'd like to leave a comment, please hit like and subscribe, and you'll see the next video where I'll decide whether to use cans or integrated, or perhaps I'll even try the new Bell GeoMod.